Evening. This is Overstrand Beach. Look at the swell coming in there. I'm miles above the water and that is rolling in from hundreds of yards, so that is going to be really difficult. We'll be fishing on this promenade, I imagine. Keep safe and out the way. Will there be any fish here? Only time will tell. But we're all here all evening, so hopefully there will be. Another fishing competition with Norfolk Angling Club, and all we can do is do the draw and see what happens. Evening. We are now at Trimmingham. Overstrand weren't safe. That was just pushing the waves up to the wall. Neil went down to peg it and he reckoned the top of the wall was soaked, so that's not good. And so there was no chance of us getting below that wall and onto the beach. So we are now at Trimmingham, which is the next destination along, and at least that means everyone's safe because we'll be behind these revetments, I reckon. Still hell of a surf coming in, but at least we're going to get a night's fishing in. Right, well, after all that, I've drawn peg 6. We've got 24 anglers booked in for this one, and if there isn't too much weed in the sea, that'll be a nice evening. Wind's dropped, hell of a swell coming in. We're stuck behind these revetments, but hopefully some people will get enough fish for us to get some sort of conclusion in the car park later on. 3.5 hours. I've got a load of lugworm left over from yesterday, so we'll use them. Simple stuff. I've got John Carter to my right and Simon Bottomley to my left when he gets here. But we've got about half hour to kick off. Gonna be a 6-ounce lead, I think. Nice and simple tonight. The rigs are going to be exactly the same as I used in the teams of 5 match yesterday. That video's already up. I can't put a link to it because I don't know how, but size 2 hooks clipped down behind a 6-ounce lead basically. And we're going with a big gun, so I'm using this rod that Dwayne's lent me to try, getting on really well with it, so that's alright. And multiplier down there somewhere, 15-pound line, 60-pound shock leader, and hopefully in a little while I'll be able to get behind that revetment. That'd be a bit easier, but at the moment we're stuck up here. Never mind, got to be in it to win it, and who knows what could be there. About 10 minutes late, but we have got the rod in the water, so that's fishing out there. Just got to hope there's no weed, because that can be terrible here, especially after a bit of a blow. But we'll get another trace baited up, so we're ready to chuck that out when that one gets in. But what to expect, I do not know. People could get bass tonight, they could get whiting, sole, flounders, or it could be a disaster. I don't know that any more than you do, but we'll give it a good go and see what we can do. Got a little bit of fish bait, I've put that on the top hook, but the others are just straight lug. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of white water there. It's a positive first cast. Got 2 white in. One of them's 2mm under the 27cm size limit, and one of them's big enough. So we're on the card, and it is, these matches now are going to be a lottery whether you can get the ones that are big enough. But I'll be happy if I can get half a dozen to make fish fingers with tomorrow night. That'll do. Right, lugworms are well past their best, but I've got another double shot. That one's tiny. That one might just be big enough. We'll have to go over to John and let him adjudicate, but we'll see. But there's fish there, just got to get better ones. Well, this is whiting number 4 on the card, and I've got 3 undersized ones, and the worms are crap, but they are doing the job. At least I'm getting the odd fish. I dug them, there's no excuse, but they've just spawned and they're a load of rubbish really. But Whiting don't care, do they? And that sea is lumping in there. What's in the bucket? A whiting? Oh, look at that. Beautiful fish. It's always you, isn't it?
I like to think so.
Yeah.
Now and again I lose my mojo.
No, that's a good flounder. Corker. 33.
Yeah.
Just eyeing his, let me just sort his tail out. He might go 34. Get his nose right up on the 33. What a beautiful fish. Perfect. Wonder if we can get a photo. Beautiful and clean. No ulcers, nothing. Well, there lies the problem. I've had 3 of triple shots like that. I bet one of them's sizeable. Often the case this time of year, but that's fishing for you. And the sea is just starting to calm down. It's a beautiful evening. Moon lives up there. So you got next door whiting. Yeah. It's alright. Good evening to be out. Lovely to see John Carter at these matches, and he has got fish.
Absolutely.
Don't look at me, John, because the headlight will do me head in.
Oh, right, yeah.
What's this then? Rockling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
22 centimetres.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep, no problem. Let's have a look. I've got 3 whiting in there, but only one of them's big enough.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's the 3rd cast in a row. I went a bit further. Found some manky old squid from yesterday, but it's finding the smaller ones.
Oh, yeah, bastard. No sand here, is there?
No sand. Yeah, he's 22, and
22?
he with his face on the thing. Yep,
Yeah,
well done,
right.
mate. That'll do. Right, I'll show you these undersized whiting while you're here, and we'll get the bigger one on the card. Well, the fishing is steady. Not too quick, not too slow. A lot of undersized whiting knocking around. An hour to go. I think I've got managed about 7 or 8 on the cards. I'm sure it's fishing better for the bigger ones up that far left hand side, but you never know. We've only got about 25 minutes remaining, but the last half hour the weeds picked up. No fish. I mean, I've got one more whiting on the card, I think, so I'm up to 8, but that's not going to be any good. Some of them casters would have found them fish early on. So I've moved the rod down the water's edge just to try and keep above the weed that's sort of drifting around in the surf, in the hope that I can keep out there for 10 minutes. Just see if we can get something else. I got what I want for tea anyway. So I've kept the 4 best whiting, and that is perfect. Winds dropped away to nothing. There was a bit of an easterly breeze, but this is nice fishing apart from the weed. But what started out looking absolutely grim has at least turned into a half decent night's fishing for everyone. If nothing happens, I'll see you in the car park.
It's that military training, isn't it? That voice in command.
Stand by.
Stand by, mate. Right, are we ready? Right. First of all, am I alright with the light on?
We are at the moment, as long as you don't look at me, we're alright.
Right, okay. Well, first of all, we'll start with an apologies. I screwed up last week on some of the edition, so we've sorted that out. Chris and Lloyd, well done. You did well. My edition was crap. So anyway, well done, you two. Right, let's see if we can get it right this week without any VAR interface. Right. In 5th place, with a lovely 12 fish, 245, Mike Topping.
Well done, Mike.
He's had a good weekend, that lad. In 4th place, with 13 fish and 252 points, Jim Heath.
Well done, Jim.
And while I hate to say this, Carl even had a good match. 15 fish with 260 points. Third place. And second place, Tom Gibbs, 17 fish, 305.
Well done, Thomas.
Which leaves Dwayne as number 1 with 19 fish, 332.
Well done, Dwight.
A short casting. Right, biggest round. So check all your numbers. Biggest round, a 37 centimetre whiting, Mike Topping.
Well done, Mike.
Well done, mate.
Well done, you.
Another good day.
Talks himself down all the time.
He'll be turning pro shortly. Right, biggest flat. Could be me, 33 centimetre flounder.
Well
Well deserved, Simon.
Well done. I like that.
I'll have to keep that. I've got nowhere to put it.
Right, Wayne, lucky peg.
Oh, please.
Simon. Who are you?
It's Bolts. Don't say I don't do
Well, he deserves
How many cars did you change? Just 25 cars.
He deserved that.
sorry for him. I just took some quid off.
Well done, mate.
Fair play, mate.
Better be lucky than good.
Awesome.
Right, next week's match is at Clyde. So we shouldn't have any problems with that one. Clyde. So even John might be able to drive on the beach. Right, final point. Will you make sure you put your bloody names on your cards? And Carl. Who else shall we point at?
Well, anyone who would know, because all the numbers are on there, so they know who.
It's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be easy.
Oh, don't be flat.
Yeah, okay. I'll hold my hands up, mate.
I'm not used to you getting that many fish, Carl.
Well, no, that's Right, see you at Clyde.
Yeah, well done all.
Cheers, mate.